Hi beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about some disappointing products. So today I have a whole bunch of makeup here that I've tried out recently and for one reason or another I just find kind of disappointing. So I will of course explain, but of course before we get into it, these are my own personal opinions. If we disagree on anything, it's cool, it's just makeup, it's not that serious, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to my brand, The Open Crypt, theopencrypt.com, and on Instagram. Of course, if you guys haven't checked out, we have a whole bunch of new releases that I'm really proud of, and be sure to check them out down below. I'll link the link down below. And of course, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't down below. All that good jazz, you know, all that good stuff. Sorry. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the first thing. So first things first, I guess I could talk about some things on my face today. I tried to use the things on my face that were a couple of things that were disappointing, although the overall look is still okay. So first things first, I want to talk about this Cleopatra ink eyeliner from Uoma Beauty. Now I have raved about this eyeliner before. Okay, I've raved about it. I had the black packaging that came out during Black History Month, and it is still like my favorite eyeliner that I own. It's still very black, very rich. But for my wedding and everything, I wanted to get another one, a new one, that would still be very black, very rich, but have a nice finer tip on it because it's new. You know, you kind of wear it on the tip as you use eyeliners. So I picked up this one, which is the original gold packaging on it, and I'm super bummed out by it. So the tip on it is beautiful, but again, I did like, well, I guess you can see on the side, I did like a little wing moment with it. And I did test it out in my second testing out my wedding makeup video. It's just not black at all. Like, it's just not. So it's like a, let me just add more to it. It's like a brown. Like, I don't even know if you can see like how not black that is compared to other eyeliners. Like, let me take another one of my disappointing products and let me put it next to this so you can even see like how black an eyeliner should be. That's a regular eyeliner. This is another disappointing product we're talking about in a minute. But look how black that is compared to this thing, which is just, like, even just like putting it everywhere is not black, it's brown. And this is the Blickety Black shade. So this is supposed to be super dark, but it's not at all. It's not black. Like, this is what the other eyeliner looks like. It's super deep, super rich in color and really pretty. Just not as, you know, the tip's worn down. So I bought a new one. Why is it different? I don't know if this one's old. I just got it from old to brand new, but like, that's not black. It's not. Next disappointing product on my face today is the new neon collection from Colourpop. We talked about this in Unfiltered Opinions, how everybody was mad at this collection, but I still thought it was pretty cute. So I'm wearing this one today, which is the one I thought was the most interesting, of course, is the Neon Gaze. And like, I love this neon clear packaging. I think it's really pretty, but of course it is just one neon shade and then a whole bunch of neutrals. So this is what the palette looks like. On my eyes today, you can see I have like the yellow popped in there, like this lime color popped in, and then the neutrals in the outer half. I wish that this was punched in more. Like, I have a really good eyelid primer on. It's been about 45 minutes since I put it on, and it's not punched in anymore. You know, it's just not anymore. The browns, like the brown neutral ones, all except for the normal shade, were really pretty, really easy to work with. I do wish it had one shimmer in there. I don't care if it was a neon or if it was a neutral. I just want one shimmer in here. They're all matte. Even this one's like a matte with glitter in it. I want one shimmer. I don't care if it's neon. If you wanted to keep doing browns in there, that's fine. But for me, I need a piece of shimmer in my palettes, and this one was just like disappointing color scheme wise for being a neon collection. And then there's no mattes, or there's no shimmers. So, and then like the one color isn't even punched in. I do have a good eyelid primer on, and it still didn't like, and I have it all over my lid, but you can't even tell because it's pretty dull now. So just not my favorite. The third thing on my face today that is a disappointing product for me overall, just because of the price and everything, is this Baddie B Faux Mink book of lashes. Baddie B is amazing lashes. These are their Faux Mink kind. I've tried them before, but they came out with this like all new releases, like 10 styles or something of these lashes. And I was like, I love their lashes normally. Let's see if these Faux Mink ones in this big book of different designs are good. I afterpay these. I have afterpay on their website, which is awesome. And I'm wearing a pair today. I'm wearing thick with 2 C's. I want a really big lash. But it's just the way they lay down that I don't like. Some of the styles are better than others. Just that's how it is when you get 10 style of lashes. But for me, I don't enjoy wearing these. Like, I even put like a little X on this pair so I knew not to wear them because I don't like how they lay down my eyes. Some of them are better than others. This big pair that I'm wearing today, so they look really nice on my eyes, right? It's some of the corners want to stay up, and then I do have eyeliner on to try to hide this, but the space in between the lashes, like where your real lashes are and these, is very apparent. Like, they don't sit down properly. Like, of course I made it work, you know, I did a lot of styling to my lash and everything to make them look good like they do now. But overall, it does take some finagling to get these to look nice. And then one of the corners wants to come up all the time. So I was just disappointed overall because I wanted them all to sit down beautifully like the regular lashes do. But these just appear to be, the band is not it. Honestly, the style, the feathering, everything else is fine. It's the band and how they lay down that I don't like. They have a space in between your eyelids because it's not a very thick band. It doesn't sit down flat. And then one of the ends want to come up. So it's the band I have an issue with. The styles are beautiful. There's so many styles in here that I like. There's only a couple that I'm not a fan of. It's just how they sit down that's just kind of meh to me. That's why I like this kind of video, because it is a disappointing product. It's not things that I regret or things that I'm never going to use. It is just things that were not up to the standards that I set for them originally in my mind, I guess. Last thing that we're talking about is on my face, anyways, before we get to the rest of the stuff, is this concealer. So this is from Makeup Revolution, is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. I love the Conceal and Hydrate Conceal. No, it's not the, I love the Conceal and Hydrate foundation. The Conceal and Define foundation was okay. The Conceal and Hydrate is beautiful. It is the Conceal Infinite Coverage Concealer that I really, really, really like from Makeup Revolution. I expected to like this one too. And it is in shade 0.1. I don't. So I use this everywhere except for my under eyes. Under eyes are like straight up creamy Shape Tape. Everything else, like all the corrections, not wearing much foundation today and covering my scars and stuff, is this. It's just on the dry, thin side. So it's not like super drying, but it does dry down very, very quickly when you're using it. And it's thin. So the coverage is not there. I've tried to use it under my eyes. Did not help whatsoever because my eyes are very like dark underneath my eyes. Are very dark. Did not help. It's good for like spot correcting if you're going to put it on and blend it immediately. But usually my concealer sits for a second, you know, before I start blending it out. So I've had issue blending this out because it dries down super quickly. And it's not enough coverage from under eyes, so very disappointed in that one. But the Conceal, like the Makeup Revolution Infinite Coverage Concealer is so good. So that's what I was expecting from that one. It just didn't happen. One thing I talked about before is disappointing. I'm going to talk about it again. I only talked about this once in a like monthly favorites, and it was one of the fail products. I'm so disappointed by it. I'm going to bring it up once again, even though it's, you know, you can't get it anymore. The My Chemical Romance and HipDot eyeliner. This is what I just swatched to show you that it's black. I had to put a lot of pressure on it to get it that black. The tip does not want to release product. It has two ends, so we have a flat smudgy end and then a regular like pointed end. This one always happens for me, like the thing comes out. It takes a couple times for me to open this usually properly. It has a regular felt tip end, but it never wants to open properly. And it's really dry. So I had to swatch the nubby end right then to show you the swatch compared to the Cleopatra ink eyeliner. It's the only one that has any color to it. My regular end does not really have any pigment to it. It's very dry. It does not want to make a nice wing. The tip on it's very fat for being a pointed tip, fine tip eyeliner. Just super bummy. Super disappointed. You know, it dried out very quickly as well. I did apply a lot of pressure to get that ink on it for that swatch for you. Just, I'm so sad with it. I'm so sad with it. I couldn't do one nice wing with that eyeliner because it was just not it. Next up is something I have talked about before as well. I just did a video doing a full face of SheGlam makeup, which is Shein's makeup line. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down below probably if I can remember to do it. But this is the blush thing. So I'm not disappointed in the product's quality because it did perform really well for the price tag. It's just the amount of product you get in here. So this is the SheGlam blush, Color Bloom liquid blush. The packaging on it's cute. But this huge container is nothing. It's just a deep down hole down there to nothing. This has nothing in it. Like this big tube has nothing in it. It is just product on this little nubby end, which was just super disappointing. Now it is a pretty color. It blended out nicely. I like the shade of it. It was, again, blended out nicely. It performed well. But you have this big old tube for a little nubby that comes like right here. You know, it just seemed ridiculous, especially since like, why does it need this big cap if it's just a little nubby in there? It was weird. Speaking of blushes, another disappointing blush to me was this Pixi On The Glow blush with a tinted moisture stick. So first of all, I had this like rolled up one and then it messed the entire top up because it touched the top of the cap. And I only used this once. I applied it with a regular, like I took it on a brush because this, when I swatched it, didn't look good. And it looks like a deodorant, which is kind of odd. It doesn't have any smell. The color's okay, but again, you touch the top of the container, it's gonna mess it up. It just did not want to blend very well. It was just kind of a stickier blush. I would want it a little more liquidy to blend out really easily. This cream product, I feel like if I put it on my face directly, not on a brush, I put it on my face directly, how like it wants you to, because it's on the go. It's an on the go product. It would have moved my foundation. It's very hard and it didn't want to blend. So this was disappointing for me for sure, because an on-the-go blush product and everything sounded cute. It looks like a cute little deodorant for some reason, but the second you want to put it on your face, it's going to move everything unless you use a separate brush, and then it is not an on-the-go product, so not it. Real quickly, an eyeliner collection that was sad for me was this one from the So Very Lovely collection from Colourpop. It was one of these. It is the cream gel pencil in the shade, I don't know what the shade is, macrame? Macrame. It's a metallic. Some of the metallics are good, some of them are not. Some of the regular pencils are good, some of them are not. This one was not it. This macrame shade, it was just, it did not want to go in my waterline. I could go all day long. It was not gonna stick, so I hate it. It's trash. It's garbage. Don't buy it. It's not good. Next up is something I was sent to review and I was super stoked about it, okay? I was super stoked about this because I wanted to try it out. I haven't really been using brow pencils much in the past year because I just use eyebrows. You know, eyeshadow is my eyebrows because it works. But I was super excited about this one because the One Size Beauty palette that I tried was beautiful, and I have one of their One Size liquid shadows too, and it was really pretty. And this just wasn't it for me. I don't know. So, and the One Size lashes are pretty too, but they're a little large for my face. But this is their Brow Kiki Micro Brow Defining Pencil in black brown. I got the black brown because they don't have like a regular granite or black. So I got this. I took the cap off this end. I always take the cap off the end of the spoolie just so I know which end is which when I open it. But for me, this was just super disappointing. It's super fine, so you could get it precise, but it's very prone to breaking. And then the color, like I'm swatching this as much as I can, like putting a lot of pressure on this. It's not a good color. This is the black brown color. Like I can put pressure down on my hand as much as I have to. That's not a good color, you guys. Like let's show you up close. That's blonde. It's blonde. I can't even. Like I've tried so many of One Size Beauty products that are really good. It's just, this is not. It's not. Like that's not black brown. And I really wanted to love it because I was like, this is gonna be super cute. It's gonna be precise and small, and I like the cute little spoolie, and the packaging's black and red, which is pretty. That's not black brown. I could not even use it once. I had to like wipe it off or like cover it with more eyeshadow because it was just not black brown. It's really sad. Lastly is another brow product. It's the last product for the video, but we did get it in a subscription box and I was excited to try it out even though the color was odd. So this is like a gray color. This is the Brow Styler from Benefit. I've never used a Benefit product before. So when we got in a box, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So one end has a weird, I'll show you the color, the weird gray kind of color over here. It's weird. Which I was like, okay, maybe it's just like the top layer, I can get it to work. Let me scrub this for you. So it's a lot of scrubbing to get that. That's right there. But like, even if you use one stroke, that's what you get. Again, it's brown. Even though it looks white gray in here, like once you get the top layer off, it starts to be a different color. But that was the side I was like, okay, it's hard to use. You really gotta scrub to get product off, but it's like, whatever. It's this side, which is the other side, which is like a little, it's called gray. It's just a little, I don't know what you call this, powder. So this is a pencil crayon and then a powder on this end. I couldn't get this to show up on my brows. So this is the swatch. If you just do like a little boop, there it is. It's not, it's still brown. Like that's still brown. And I wanted it, like it's a gray advertised on their website is a dark gray, like a very steel color, but it's not this. These are the colors from this brow pencil and it's not the right color. Like why is everything brown? Some people have black hair, some people have gray hair since it's a gray pencil. I just don't understand the coloring choices. And then when I put this brow powder in my brows, I see zero difference. It made no difference in my brows whatsoever. And this side was very hard to try to use. And then the tip of it was very fat, like the end of it's very like a square. So I couldn't get a really good tail on my end. So nothing about this worked for me. Anyways, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry these products did not work out for me. If they worked out for you, that's cool. Let me know what you think down below. Is there anything recently to try that has been disappointing to you? Because I feel like none of these things are like horrid. Like you can make them work under circumstances. There's something about them that's like not what I would have done, you know? But anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to check my brand, theopencrypt.com. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great and safe day wherever you are. Please don't let anything negative affect your life. And just have a great, healthy mental day, you know?